Welcome to Mighty Mondays! Guitar riff.
Woo!
On a Monday.
It is Monday.
If this gets uploaded in time, you'll be seeing it on a Monday as well.
Monday.
What are we going to talk about today?
Headshots and resumes.
Headshots and resumes. Arguably the most important marketing and promotional tool for the actor. Whether you're doing film, television, commercials, or good old-fashioned acting for the stage.
The theater.
Right. Why are headshots so important?
Headshots are important because this is the first thing that the casting directors are going to see of you before you even step your foot in the door.
Right.
Also, very important nowadays because so much has gone electronic. What do I mean by that? Meaning your agents are just submitting you electronically your headshot image. Not you personally, your
image.
No, just your image.
Your thumbnail.
And you want them to be able to get a look, get a sense, and then you want to walk in the door and what?
Your headshot has got to look like you.
Like this.
For instance, let me show you what might be an issue. If this was my headshot, there might be a problem.
That doesn't look like David.
That doesn't look like
because
me.
It's a different person. This is one of our Mighty Tripod vets. He's
Robert Perkins.
Robert Perkins.
Sounds an actor.
Great shot of him, and it is, as you guys can see, it's a little ambiguous in that it could be it could be serious shot, but it also has a little bit of a smile. I love this shot of Robert.
This is landscape style, right? Most of the headshots that we see nowadays are portrait.
Boom.
Portrait
Who's that?
Style.
Now
that looks like me, except I'm wearing glasses. So I would want to, if I was coming into the casting studio looking like this right here, I'd want to submit a photo with glasses on, right? Because this guy kind of looks like this guy, but you know, there's a little bit of a difference. So let's just talk a little bit about why would someone go this way versus this way? Well, it's just a matter of preference, honestly. I think as long as the headshot speaks to who you are, what you look like, represents a little bit of type, right? Then I think we can go either way. Sure, some people are going to have preferences about this way versus this way, but I think it's not that big of a deal. The most important thing is that the headshot is in color and that it looks like you.
And when it goes to landscape, I have heard, let me see Robert's again. I have heard what Robert has done is exactly what you should do. Don't make it a landscape and then three-quarter body shot, because that's going to make your head that much smaller. Again, remember, so much of what is being submitted today is electronic, and it's just a thumbnail. It's just a teeny little thumbnail of your image being sent, so you want to make sure as much of your face is being seen.
Here's another thing about headshots that's very important to note, is that a professional headshot is 8 by 10. There's a little headshot hanging out behind the one you're seeing up front of me, right? And the one behind is obviously not industry standard, okay? So your headshot and resume should be 8 by 10, 8 by 10. Now let's talk a little bit about possibly having more than one headshot. Why would somebody have more than one headshot?
Well, I do want to speak to the ladies, because you just saw a lot of the guys, but I think also for guys, you need more than one headshot, because there's a lot more than just one kind of work.
There's a lot more than one kind of you.
Commercials, there's dramatic film, there's TV, there's the badass roles, then there's the mom role.
And the quirky roles.
And the quirky roles, and glasses or no glasses. So, ladies, but also gentlemen, I have a headshot that has a really nice, fresh smile, wonderful, and then I have one that is a little bit more of a stone cold. I can also play this role.
Right.
And trust me, it makes a difference.
Totally. Traditionally, you need two looks.
At least.
Commercial and a theatrical, in the least. Commercial for more commercial stuff, usually a little more color, a little more of a smile, right? I have two headshots, and they are too similar. They're too similar, right? This is kind of my classic theatrical headshot, and this, you know, it's not that different. It's not a real great commercial headshot. So, what an actor should strive to do is have at least two pretty contrasting headshots. One that's getting submitted, oh my god, move it, keep talking.
So David is actually setting up to get some new headshots soon for that exact reason, and that's great. If you know of photographers in your community, you can what I suggest, and David does as well, is look for other headshots that you like. Maybe you have friends that you like, oh, I love your shots. Who took them? Go online, and if you're in LA, there's some really great Los Angeles photographers, and you might be able to tell if, oh, this actor I really like shot with so-and-so.
Absolutely.
So David is actually going to get some new ones. I'm also going to get some new ones. It's smart. Ladies, as we get older, you don't want to be getting new shots every 10 years.
No,
But
every
you do
couple
not-
of years, every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, give
more
or
or less,
take.
more or
Yeah.
less, unless your look is not changing that much.
Exactly.
And again, it's important to get a professional headshot. Not your Uncle Bob or your friend Jane. Get a professional headshot. It's not that expensive. In Seattle, $250 is kind of the peak. I sometimes see stuff a little bit more than that, but if you're looking for stuff in Seattle and it's looking like it's going to be $500, that is way too expensive. All right, contact us and we'll give you some resources. Let's look at this guy. Aiden. Here's Aiden Kennedy. And here he is again.
Great,
Ooh,
with the facial
right?
hair.
Boom. So,
Smart.
same guy, two very distinct looks. He has facial hair sometimes he doesn't, and it's nice that he has a couple of options to play with. I think this is kind of his standard default. He usually wears facial hair, but it's nice to show people who have never met you, you know, I can do the clean cut thing as well. So this is far more commercial. You see much more of a smile. He's clean shaven. And then there's a beard, and even that, you know, it's a friendly looking guy. It doesn't have the Colgate teeth, but it's still a friendly looking photo. So you can totally have more than one look. Glasses, facial hair, mustache, no mustache, and on and on and on. The other thing that's very important about this is that you got the name and the border. I love the border. You got to have the name. And this is an example of a nice couple of headshots.
And why I said always, I meant always have your name. There's been some questions whether you have to have your name. Yes, for any reason, if your resume detached from your headshot, you want to make sure they know who you are. And we want to wrap this up. So real quick, a note on resumes. This also was
We're going to talk about resumes next week. Because we were going to talk about it this time, but this has been such a thorough discussion of the headshot. We're going to save resumes for next Monday.
This is like a part 1.
Part 1 to 2.
Part 1.
Next week we'll talk about resumes. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them here on the YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter, @MightyTripod, and check us out on the YouTubes as well.
I think that's it.
Is that it?
Be mighty.
Mighty Monday.